Good morning, everyone. Today I will talk to you about marketing. In specific, if you are a small business owner and you're kind of curious about it, like what is that exactly? Well, today I will show you the basics of marketing and what it can mean for you as a small business owner if you're interested in scaling your business successfully. So, the thing is, a lot of small business owner when they start out, usually what they do is they have some kind of idea for what they would like their business to be, and then they reach out to people close to them they know, so like friends and family who they think they could probably help with their service, and they could be their first test subjects. And I think that's a good idea. And that kind of can validate your service or what you want to deliver and see if it's something that's actually valuable to them, and see what people really value from you, where your expertise lies, and what you could do that to grow your business further. So I think that's a great way of getting your first clients and validating kind of like the ideas that you have in your mind. And then what people usually do is they go from there, and once they have one people or several people who are happy with what they delivered, they then usually ask those contacts to refer them to other people they know that could also be helped with your service or whatever you're delivering with your business. And that's usually how people tend to get their first clients. And I would say I think that's an amazing strategy. Now, you can build a working business using only that strategy. The problem is it's a very slow approach, and it's not very scalable. If you want a successful business, it's not going to be very scalable doing that only by referrals and word of mouth. Now, whichever way you go, I always recommend that you do referrals and word of mouth, but you do it as a bonus, because this is basically free marketing and free clients that you're getting. And usually they are very high quality clients because they already know you delivered great results for someone they know. So they will just trust you a lot more. And so that's great, but it's not a very scalable strategy. So if you're listening to this and you're a smaller business owner that wants to scale up, or maybe you're just someone who's just starting their company and you're like, well, I don't really want to fall into that trap. I would actually like to know what it's like to grow a successful business and what do I need exactly for that. Well, if you're thinking like in that way, then I will explain to you exactly what active marketing can do for you. Now, the great thing about active marketing is that you can get clients a lot faster than if you were to just use referrals or word of mouth, which means you can build a working business faster. But also beyond that, once you have a working business, you will also already be able to scale it further and make more profit with your business and grow it into a successful big business if you would like that. And that's what marketing allows you to do. You will reach a lot more people more efficiently than you would just through a word of mouth or referrals. Now, you see, different business model will require different marketing strategies, but there are only a few business models that can really become successful using only word of mouth or referrals. And even if you're running one of those specific business models, you will still need active marketing if you want to grow it further. So in 99% of cases, you will need active marketing. And this doesn't only apply to you if you really want to build a business with like 10 people working for your business, or build like something really that's going to change the world. Sure, you're going to need marketing for that. But if you just want to become more successful than most people in their business, and you want to grow it to the point that you get 10,000 profit every month with minimal team, with minimal employees working for you and with minimal overhead, if you like that, that's actually possible if you use good marketing and good business growth strategies. Um, and if then you want to experience with a few what it's like to grow a team, to have someone working for you, and you kind of grow the impact of your business, then that's always a possibility, and it's very possible with marketing. But know that even if you don't want to grow a very, very big business, it's still going to be very beneficial for you. You just need to have some ambition to grow a bigger business. You just need to have some ambition to grow a business that is, more scalable and reaches more clients so that you can make more profit from it. Now, with that said, you might still be thinking, well, okay, well, that makes sense. You explained to me why I need marketing, but what now? What do I do now? Well, you have different options, and the main two options you have, it's either paid and direct response marketing or organic marketing. Organic marketing is like what you see on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. It is videos like these that are warming up people to what you do, and it's a very low pressure environment. It's just people can take the time to really get to know you and see what you stand for and what you kind of do for them. And if they like what you do, they will just consume your content more and more because they're interested in it. And at some point, the people who are really interested will reach out to you, and they will already be invested in what you do. They already believe in what you do. And so then it's a very high quality client that's coming to you from this organic marketing. And that's why it's a very, very good idea to do that. The caveat is building a successful organic marketing strategy is something that really takes a lot of time and effort. And while it is free, you're going to need to demonstrate expertise, and you're going to really have to put a lot of time and effort into building all this content, these videos, and keeping your audience entertained. So while it is a good strategy, it is a little bit more of an advanced strategy, and I would not recommend it unless you already run like a success business or it's something you really, really want to do. But I think for most businesses that are doing, especially if you're doing less than 10,000 a month in profit, I think you can benefit the most from paid advertising. And what this is there are several platforms that you can use for this. You have Facebook and Google are the two biggest ones. Then there's others as well. But what this will allow you to do is this will allow you to reach people in the area that you want to service. And you will kind of interrupt your day a little bit with an advertisement. Now, these people initially might be a little bit annoyed that you're showing them an advertisement, but if you're doing the marketing correctly, you will be reaching the people who are experiencing the problem that you're solving. Therefore, it will be relevant for that people, and they will get interested and they will click in it because they see, well, yeah, he's selling me something, but it's actually relevant to me. And then those are people that can fill out their details, and we can communicate with them. We can contact them to see if we can do work for them. Now, there are several platforms you can use for this direct response paid advertising. The main ones are Facebook and Google. In most cases, I would recommend Facebook, which also includes Instagram, because this is really the most powerful and competent form of marketing. Why is that? Well, it is because you're reaching people that aren't looking for your service themselves, which allows you to just have like a really, really big reach with your advertisements. And with Facebook advertising and Instagram advertising, you can be creative with your advertisements, and you can convert people who aren't aware that they have your problem into a paying customer. And you can do that through good marketing and through creative advertising. Whereas if you do Google, which is also a great platform, but Google will not allow you to do that. Google will only give you customers that are looking for your service themselves, which is a positive because usually they are more bought in, but it's not as it's not as tactical, and it's not as all encompassing as you can do with Facebook and Instagram. However, if you have a service that is not very visual, and it's a service that is like really based on the demands, the customer kind of reaches out to you most of the time. In that case, I think it makes sense to do Google advertising. For example, plumbers. Plumber is a service that it's not very visual, and it's also something that people will be reaching out to you because usually it's like an emergency kind of service. Even it's like, well, people their sink isn't working anymore, or their shower isn't working anymore. Usually they need that problem fixed like sooner rather than later. So that's when they will reach out to Google to see, well, what are the plumbers in my area, and they will search for that themselves. And what Google allows you to do is it allows you to be on top of that list so that you will get a lot of traffic from people who need your service. So in that case, I think Google is a great platform to use. But for most businesses, and especially if you have a visual business, I would recommend Facebook and Instagram advertising. Now, next to Facebook and Google, there are several others you can use, like TikTok ads, Bing ads, Snapchat ads, Pinterest ads, Twitter ads. There are like a lot more options you can use, but usually these are a little bit more niche, and they're just most of the time not as important. So keep in mind you do have alternatives, but most of the time you're going to be using either Facebook, Instagram, or Google, which also uses YouTube advertisements, by the way. But that's another topic, and that's only relevant usually if you have like an online business. So now that I explained the different ways of marketing, like you have organic on the one hand, you have paid advertising and direct response marketing on the other hand, which is what you should focus on if you were a smaller business. Then within direct response paid advertising, you have several options. You have Facebook, you have Google, and then you have like a lot of different smaller advertising channels you can use. And my recommendation there is to use Facebook for most businesses. If you like this video or you learned something, please give this a like and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. And please tell me in the comments, have you ever done any marketing yourself, or have you ever worked with anyone that did it for you? If so, what was that experience like? I would love to hear from you, and I'll see you in the next video.